Hi guys, I am Anna Baby Trader. You know all of that, and I hope you know this is the binary options, and we are trading on Quotex today. I'm gonna show you some simple, nice, and working the most important strategy that is gonna be just trading right here in time for you, and showing and explaining why am I doing that and how you may use it in your own trading. We just start, and we start. So here's gonna be the time frame, 1 minute. Here's gonna be the whole sum, first bet, full bank bet. So here's the currency pairs. Maybe I need to be already on mute, just repeating all this part again and again. What I'm doing because all preparations just the same. Here's the currency pairs with the biggest payout, and it's quite different. Sometimes I even add in like 60 or 70% just because the market is the god. The seconds of the candle is going to be 30. Here's the parabolic SAR. I am just changing how it looks. It's going to be looking better when I just zoom up. And the second one is going to be the vortex. And I'm not sure if I used that exact combination before, but it's quite simple. Two of these indicators, nothing special, nothing much. If you know just where to pay attention to. And what about the parabolic SAR? I know that you already remember that if you're seeing these dots just above the chart, we're getting downward. If you're seeing below the chart, we are getting upward. And this is all about, the whole chart tendencies. This is not about the candles. Please remember that. And it's not quite correct just to make, so tiny bets using, just seriously this indicator. This is just about the whole, where we are going just in general. So it's done. This is how we're gonna look. Me and my child chart, but no, this is how it's gonna be looking for us. We go next, and here I am making my bet for a downward movement, and it's quite simple and nice. Just check this one dot of the parabolic SAR, so crazy. And I told you about the vortex before in some videos that in that case, if you say about these colors, we are just paying attention for this yellow color, and let's see how it's gonna be for us, and then discuss on more bets. And just as I told you, this yellow line showing us all the candles. And what about the color? How could you actually understand even if you were mistaken with the colors? You just trying to find the line that actually repeating this, movements, this chart, these candles, and you are on that line. So usually it's not that hard if you're just zooming it out and checking what we are having. So we just had a profit. I just missed that moment, but we had it. We had our first profit, and we go next. So right here, right now, I am having my upward movement and bet. So what about that? Vortex getting upward, and we still have, some distance till it's just gonna hit this upward resistance line. And what about the parabolic SAR? Yeah, but it's showing us that actually we are a little bit getting downward as a chart, but you may see that these candles are already hitting these dots. And it means just in that exact moment, we are a little bit getting upward. Let's see. So it looks like perfectly safe. And you may detect already that we have this dot of the parabolic SAR. What I want to tell you about the parabolic SAR, it is showing us the tendency after we have already seen the tendency, because this is not the prediction indicator. This is the indicator that is just, showing us, okay, that happened. That's for sure. It's not going to be so quite, fast changing. So this indicator is just right here for that. And here again, looks quite perfectly. And again, I'm making, and with the parabolic SAR, it's quite often that I'm making actually my bets not following the direction of the parabolic star. So that's why we have an indicator on that quite short time frames, unit second indicator that are just showing you, this minute, this seconds, this tiny movements. So I made my bet. It looks right now that I'm losing, but we gotta check. So you may detect these huge green candles, and it's not just disappearing. And why? So what about the vortex? It actually worked quite flat if you detect that, and then because it was so close to its supports line, and I was not expecting that it's going to be the continuation, and we may see already that it's just started to go so upper, but in the moment when we may have these two lines just crossed each other, we may detect some changing of the movement. So we need to be quite attentive and quite on time with our bets. We made it, and we go next. So let's make a few last bets. I am trying to have it, and some fixed amounts, just not to get you too tired or too not interested. So we are just having this bet. It's for downward movement, but anyway, we are detecting here some green candles. But check with the vortex. In that case, checks with the parabolic star, just getting downward, and again detecting huge green candle and detecting vortex showing us a little bit also up. But you may see the whole chart and what's going on, what's your feelings telling you, and check about the vortex. This also orange line, I'm not trying to get so down, and together with this yellow line that it's not getting so upward, and together with this orange line that it's not getting so down, it means they are not trying to cross each other. So that's why we can be actually quite firmly sure it's not going to be so drastic upward movement, because these lines are not trying to cross each other. And you may see this $3,500 as a profit just made me right, just made me correct and prove my rights. So let's go for the last bets, and I hope with that explanation it started to be even more informative than it was before. And here, let's make it the last one. And we are detecting already some downward tendency, downward movement, and it's quite risky just to enter in the middle of the tendency, but only in the case if you are not sure what's going on. The parabolic star, you may see how it's just looking. It's so wavy and it's so soft, and it may give you some hint that maybe it's still gonna be, some upward movement, because these lines are so flexible, and this actually green candles still can give you that. But what about the vortex? Just look at that. It was the crossing of the lines a while ago, and this downward movement started just on that. And we are after this crossing, because it's already started to go, wider and wider, expecting that all these two lines are going to be more wider and wider. So it's going to be the continuation of that trend. And we are just having that. We are just detecting this, oh my God, so big orange candle that can give us, in that right moment, just can give us our latest profits, and all these bets were profitable. So we got it, we done it. We finished. So we finished. I quite like that. I feel like I got some hints, and sometimes it's a little bit hard to explain, because I am detecting lots of things, visual, feelings, knowledge, experience, it all combined. And in a second, when I make, my bet and I make a decision, it's not like I have, some, tables or something like that. And it is just your experience, your knowledges. It's not about the theory, it's just about the market and the feelings, and stuff like that. So many words already said today. We are done, and I'm glad we were together. I'm glad you stayed, and you better stay tuned also. We gotta get for some more, and don't forget about all my links just right here below this video or in my bio. You can find it, you can text me, you can ask me any question. Welcome. Be done.